My name's Aminta and I've been attending Emmanuel for a little over 2 years. I grew up in an awesome Christian home, loving parents, but my story really starts about 10 years ago. And I was newly divorced, and I was a single mom of 2, and I was really broken. It had been a really long, hard road, and I was frustrated that God hadn't healed my family the way I thought he should, and I was scared to be on my own, and I didn't have a job or money or anything. And I was so angry at God because I thought that if he loved me, he would have fixed all of that. And, his plans are different than ours often. And so I, in rebellion, started running as far away in the other direction as I could from the Lord. And I chased everything that the world tells you is going to make you happy. So I went to parties and I bought nice clothes and I tried to become famous in my career, and I looked for money in people, and I just made such horrible decisions. And a few years into that, I hit rock bottom, which is funny because I thought divorce was rock bottom, but really life apart from God was rock bottom because I was lonely and depressed and I had no hope, nothing to hope for. And so I remember one day falling to my knees and saying, God, if you will take me back, if you'll let me be your child again, I will turn my life around and I will run after you and I will tell everybody about your grace and your goodness, because now I realize how badly I need you, God. A half an hour later, a complete stranger invited me to church. And so I said yes. I said yes to handing my life over to God, and that was my moment. And I literally just felt a flood of grace and love, forgiveness wash over my body, and I feel like I just caught fire. I got so excited about my new start, and I started reading my Bible for over an hour a day, and I could not stop talking about it. I mean, everybody I ran into, I couldn't stop talking about what God was doing, and I invited people to church, and I kept studying my Bible, and I just watched God not only heal me, but use the hardest parts of my story to start to impact the people around me. So all these things were going on, and about that time, our son started attending Emmanuel to the youth group, and he caught fire here. So about 2 years ago, we made the leap and came here and just loved it and immediately felt like we were at home. We love the heart of this church, and we can see why God brought us here too, because 2 years ago, my friend Melody came to me and she said, Minta, have you ever heard about Breakfast Club? There's a breakfast club out in St. Michael, and they feed kids a bunch of food before they go to school, and then they actually get like a 30-minute talk on the Bible. And kids come, they have 350 kids coming in St. Michael. We got to bring that to Spring Lake Park. I was like, yes, we do. And it was amazing to see how God provided for everything else with that yes. We had 40 kids show up that first time, and it was so cool to see them all crowded in my house. We had moved all the furniture to the garage because the whole premise is we want kids to know they matter. They matter to us and they matter to God. It's been amazing to see what God has done with our yes for Breakfast Club. We've had over 200 different students come to Breakfast Club. We've had 25 kids accept Christ. You're never too far gone for God. No matter where you are, what you've done, what has gone on in your life, he will take you and he will rescue you and put your feet on solid ground, and he will use the hardest parts of your story for others' good. And the second thing is that if we have the courage to say yes, he provides everything that we need.